Internet! So, in this video, we're going to discuss the heroes of World War I. But,
just that, the 5 kinds of World War I heroes.
Exactly. So, type number 1, awesome, was the leaders.
Okay.
And it was mostly the leaders of each government. It was us, America, with Woodrow Wilson, our president. He got us into the war. He was also wanting neutrality, though, so that was good of him.
He was a good guy. He was trying to stick with his standards, but, you know, like, the war had to happen. We needed to enter one of these days. It's gonna happen.
Kind of. And then, next dude was?
David Lloyd George, and he was the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Yep. And he, along with Wilson and the next two, were considered the Big Four.
Yes.
For the leaders.
Alright, next one
is George Clemenceau. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Sure.
He's the Premier of France, so he was the poor guy who had to deal with everything after the fact in France, and poor guy.
Yeah, ugly scene.
Yeah, not pretty.
Alright, next one is Vittorio. Don't have my glasses on. Vittorio Orlando, and he was the Prime Minister of Italy.
So those were the Big Four. And the next one was Kaiser Wilhelm II. He was the leader of Germany.
Yes.
So he was also their military leader because of the whole Kaiser is the leader of everything.
Whole autocratic systems.
Yeah.
Really like their Kaiser.
Kind of.
Well, the system liked him, but not so much the people.
Not necessarily.
Let's not get into that.
Yes. So there was him. On the other
same
side.
kind of thing with Russia.
Yep.
And that was
Russia was on our side.
Yeah. But they were autocratic as well, and they were ruled by the Tsar. Yeah. The Tsar Nicholas II, and we talked about him before in our other video where
on the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, where his whole family was killed and no one liked him, and they had a revolution.
Lots of issues.
And, okay.
Sad story for this guy.
Yay, those are our leaders!
So, type number 2
was
the generals.
Generales.
We only have one in this category just because it's shorter, sweeter, more to the point.
Yeah.
But for America, it was John Pershing. He was also known as Blackjack because his people loved him and he was pretty cool. He was also in the Spanish-American War.
Yes.
And fought in the Philippines and all these other crazy things. And fought in Mexico.
Yeah.
And
he did some stuff.
He did some stuff. He wasn't necessarily as accomplished as he could have been, but he was good in that he made sure everybody was trained well when it was like the start of us entering into France. Yes, so give him credit for that.
All right, our next topic is
number 3.
Yes, and that is war heroes.
Yes.
So these are the people that fought in the war and did a pretty good job at it.
And you know, they could be used for morale support for the troops or just for kind of helping out with, hey, look at us!
Nationalism!
Yes. So, on actually the German side of things, and with the Central Powers, we had
the Red Baron, who was also known as, well, actually, it should have been the other way around. His real name was Manfred von Richthofen.
Or something like that.
I'm German, I should be able to say that, but no, sorry. Yeah, so he was an ace pilot, and he was pretty good because he got 80 kills, and that's actually really good.
And a kill is when you are in your plane, and you shoot down another plane, and that's what happens. So thanks Snoopy where he's going to get the Red Baron. He's all, woo, flying around. Yeah. On the other side of things, for the Americans and all the other Allied powers, it was Edward Rickenbacker.
Yay!
And he was the American ace pilot. The thing is, it's kind of sad because for Americans, the highest kill record was 26 kills.
26. 80.
Yeah, it doesn't really measure up as much. So obviously, the Germans were kind of higher up on the whole flying thing.
Yeah. Well, we won the war, so we'll give them that.
Exactly. So, time for type number 4.
Woo! Murders!
We actually had a couple.
Yeah.
Really, we had 2, and they were a couple. So, we had Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
And this was before the war started, and it was actually one of the debatable causes of the war.
So, sorry, ignore the phone ringing. And with this, what ends up happening is that he and his wife Sophie and they were the heir to the he was the heir to the throne of the Austria-Hungary Empire, which was a really big empire actually at the time.
Yeah.
And they were in Sarajevo, Serbia. Not exactly where they necessarily should have been.
Wrong time, wrong place. Not a good.
So what happened is the two of them were assassinated in June of 1914.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. We're sorry, Franz Ferdinand. We're sorry,
You
Sophie.
didn't deserve it.
You really didn't, but it happened anyways. And therefore, the war started. Because people were like, yay, we finally have a cause to start a war.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Messed up.
Very messed up. Europe wanted a war. I don't know why. Wars are bad.
Peace.
Peace is international.
Peace, not war. Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of leads into our next one, topic number 5.
Go!
Revolutionaries.
All right.
So,
first one was another one that we also talked about in the Russian Revolution video, and that was Vladimir Lenin.
yay!
He was the leader of the October Revolution, which was also known as the Bolshevik one. So he pretty much led Russia out of the war in 1917, and he started the whole Karl Marx theory of communism and the USSR.
Which is great in theory. Yeah.
It's good in theory. It didn't really end too well, but that's okay.
Soviet Russia started, and that's a whole nother mess, which is not in this video.
Yeah.
Now, the final person was Gavrilo Princip, and he was the Serbian nationalist who killed Franz Ferdinand and Sophie. And he was a part of this revolutionary group in Serbia called the Black Hand. Ooh, scary. So
grab you.
Yeah, so he ended up being in this crowd that was seeing Franz Ferdinand and Sophie, and it was, woo, I'm gonna kill you. So he just shot them, and they died. And yeah, thus, there you go. You have your revolutionaries. So, that was the 5 kinds of World War I heroes of whatever sort it happens to be. So, you all know the deal. Subscribe, please.